college campuses across the country, we've been reporting on it. They're doing one thing, standing up for peace, standing up for humanitarianism, and also standing up against the war. However, professors have been arrested, obviously college students harassed and arrested. Presidential candidate, 73 years of age, has been arrested as well. Here's the video.
Hold the line now, hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line now, hold the line. Hold the line now, hold the line. Hold it down for Palestine. Hold the line now, hold the line. Hold the line now, hold the line.
In that crowd, you see a woman with all gray hair. That means she's been here for a while, has a lot of wisdom, institutional knowledge. Put up the picture full mass. Jill Stein. Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein was arrested alongside nearly 100 other protesters in the pro-Palestinian demonstrations at Washington University in St. Louis. This happened Saturday. She was the latest high-profile figure to join the student movement sweeping the nation's college campuses. With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. 73-year-old Stein can be seen here among a group of students and student advocates being shoved by police officers who used what's called bike force to push them back. Stein, her campaign manager, and deputy campaign manager were all arrested. They were arrested by officers. Her team said in a statement, the footage from the scene showed the shocking degree of violence used in the arrest. Now remember, there's no combat until the police get there. A combined police force that appeared to consist of campus police, local city police, and also state police could be seen violently tearing protesters away from the crowd, sometimes dragging them by their legs and their feet, and then zip tying them as they lay face down on the ground. The university said that around 80 demonstrators were arrested, including students, faculty, and outsiders not affiliated with the university. They said the group had violated campus policy and were forcibly removed after being asked to leave multiple times and refusing. Now, I'm going to read to you the statement from the university in a moment. I want you to understand they're citing the reason they are this heavy-handed is because, well, these individuals are committing trespass. Yeah, that's it. They're committing trespass. You know, on any given day, there's some student group or student movement or student organization on a major campus committing some level of trespass. You did not get clearance to be in that room. You did not get clearance to have this assembly. You do not have a permission from the academic affairs office. You do not have a permission from the student affairs office, et cetera, et cetera. You try to push it. They find out. They tell you, hey, listen, it's cool now, just don't do it again. So this is not about locality. This is not about geography. This is about an expression of an idea that they, the powers that be, disagree with. They disagree with the idea. And the irony is this: if they were true student advocates, if they gave the students room, if they did something innovative, like if the students don't want to go to class, have the professors go to the yard, teach class in the yard. If they showed support to the students and the students had room, that means that the administrators would also have a level of influence with the students. You see, you're looking at institutions that have been built on principles contrary to their actual right now design. You're supposed to learn, thoughtfully engage, and I dare say, become ethical and moral leaders in this world because you went to the academy. But that is not what's being done. There's more. Response from the university. Quote, it quickly became clear through the words and actions of this group that they did not have good intentions on our campus and that this demonstration had the potential to get out of control and become dangerous. The university statement reads, all will face charges for trespassing, And some may also be charged with resisting arrest and assault, including for injuries to police officers. Wait a minute. Wait. Your statement, I had to read it again in preparation because I said, we must get that wrong. That must be what the police station said. That has to be from the police department because that doesn't sound like a university statement to me. Because I didn't hear you say a damn thing about your students. You should lead with the students. But no, you have lost your way. There's more. It was unclear which exact police forces had been called in to assist with arrests. A spokesperson for the police department said all arrests had been made by campus police, okay, which is really a technicality, and deferred comment there. Representatives for the university declined further comment. As of Sunday morning, Stein and more than 65 protesters have been released from custody, according to her campaign, and Resist Wash U. Meanwhile, Annenberg Media obtained video of a police shooting rubber bullets at USC students and protesters. Here it is. Similar tactics were used at Emory University in Georgia. We have seen these things. What am I full mass? All these presidents. Police have carried out multiple violent arrests at Emory University in Decatur, Georgia. That's Atlanta Metro. And what appears to be the first campus crackdown in recent days to involve rubber bullets and tear gas being shot at students who set up an encampment in solidarity with Palestine and against Cop City. The university student-run newspaper is called the Emory Wheel, reported that officers deployed gas into the crowd. The Atlanta Community Press Collective, a local independent outlet, also reported the use of tear gas on the crowds, in addition to stun guns and rubber bullets being deployed against the protesters. Those individuals you see right there, Andrew Martin, Carol Folt, and Gregory Finvez, lead Washington University, St. Louis, University of Southern California, and then Emory University, respectively. A story I highlighted last week dealt with Morehouse College, where Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, primarily for Black men, all right? That's what the college is built for. They challenged their president, a smart academic, good man, wrong on this decision, but a good man. They challenged the president because the president of Morehouse is bringing the president of the United States to the campus. Well, you see, Biden is supporting policies that allow for mass genocide. The students of Morehouse College are remarkable in their scholarship. They're taught to be this way. I was at the campus a few weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago, lecturing there. Not only are they bright scholars, they're great moral leaders as well. They are actually taught to be moral leaders. And the point to the president of the college was, it's contrary to what we say we stand for if we invite him while this policy is in place. I agree with the students. This is your new reality. This is your new movement. I am pleased by the professors who are standing up with these students. I am pleased by the leadership these students have demonstrated. You are on the right side of history. You will win this. They will not succeed. All right, dear brother, thoughts here.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I respect the fact that these are private institutions, private universities. They do have, in many cases, policies that say you can't trespass. But, and so yes, the university gets to determine whether or not people are protesting and how they're protesting and whatnot. But just because somebody is violating a university policy does not mean the university then has to enforce their policy. It does not mean they have to call the police and say to the police, physically, violently remove these people. And as far as I can tell, in most of these demonstrations, people are not being overtly anti-Semitic, and you can criticize Israel and not be anti-Semitic. The students are not blocking access to classes. They're not blocking access to administration. They're not blocking people from going through it and back and forth across the campus. And so until that point actually happens, until you actually have students physically blocking other students from getting to class, or you have students physically being anti-Semitic, I don't understand what the point is of calling in the police. At the University of Michigan, where I went just a couple of weeks ago, every year, April 15th, they have the gathering on campus that is illegal. It's known as Hash Bash, where people celebrate by smoking marijuana. And what the police have done for years is they walk around and they pass out $5 citations with a smile and a laugh. That's the relationship between the police and these unruly students who are clearly breaking the law. I just wish all of these universities were following something similar. And that is, look, make this a teachable moment. It is great that people are having open debates and discussions about what is going on in Gaza and Israel, but don't inject violence in terms of law enforcement into the mix. You're only asking for trouble.
Very well said. And I'm reminded of how police would utilize the no trespassing clause in order to arrest individuals who are blacking at a restaurant. They would enforce the trespass and the private rights of that company. However, it was something that, well, we know now was ridiculous.